A dear old friend of mine who passed within the last year used to say, if you're going to walk through a minefield, follow somebody. I wonder if it's all-time great sayings. I don't know if it was his originally, but he said it enough that I never forgot it. So I'm trying. I had said this area was a no-go, but I'm just seeing everything come down, get bought up, and run back down. Now, I'll let it pull back and close the gap, but I'm not going to let it take me into the negative. I'm just not going to do it because I would rather get stopped out and be in the green, and I'll just leave it at that. Because right now, major forces at work, whatever this, and I apologize for not knowing, whatever this news was, it changed whatever the market was going to do. And now it looks like the market's trying to get back to what it wants to do, but it's not there yet because it's got to have the big boys pushing. And so if I just take, I consider these nicks paper cuts, so be it. Uh, One of these times I'm gonna get in and that thing is gonna go, and it's gonna go where I want it to go, which is up here. I was looking at the, I'm gonna bump up my goal a little bit. Love to get a run up to here, but I got to get out of the gate, and I'm not gonna get out of the gate with it doing this chop fest in here. Every big move has been eliminated. This would be a nice spot right here for it to take off. This one I like to have some classical music playing in the background. I guess you gotta add it afterwards, but I like classical music. Calms me nerves. All right, here we go. No, you can't see it, but I actually took my hand off the mouse. Hmm. You may have the good fortune to see me turn over a new leaf. We're clearly outside of that range. Question is, are we going to finish outside of it? Okay, there we go into the overnight open. If I do see a 3 bar play up there, I'll kill it at 30 bucks. I'd like to run on up there to 58. Go, man, go. Papa needs a brand new pair of shoes. That's a talk for another day. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and lock in half of that, or at least up to the open, because once it goes through the open can become support. If not, then the open was the high point of this run. So locked in $28. And you got a gap here, so I could play the gap and go after it gets knocked out. We're knocked out. Okay, here's the gap. Okay, there's the gap. Now the question is it gonna go? Textbook came down, filled the gap, If this bar finishes near its top, I'm back in. If it does this, then it's probably gonna do a pullback and then it'll be a two bar. I mean a second stop entry. Let me take that off there. I don't want that as an accident. Even though shorting at the top ain't a bad idea. I don't. I'll stop doing that. Okay, so there it goes back in. 17 seconds. Still above the opening price. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, and that's a non. That's a nothing burger. Finish right there at the overnight open. That's not a go or a non-go, and that's like I said, that's a minefield. That's a mine right there. Because if you want a decision there whether it's going to finish above this yellow line, the opening price, or below, you got no answer. It finished right there at it. So more than likely, it's gonna come down through. I like that gap right there under the open. If I would get back in, that would be my stop right there, just below the gap. There's still a chance. I mean, it's the second time price has gone in there. It hasn't finished in the gap or below. Huh, this one will. There's no gap there. There's a little bitty gap here. And I'm not looking at these gaps, as you know, as points to put an entry or anything. I'm just looking at it for the reaction. I want to see price come down, hit the gap, go back up, finish above right here, finish above there. Hmm, ain't got a first entry yet. This is probably going to run all the way down. This one came up, ran all the way down to the 200 over here on the 5 minute. It came up, ran under the 200 on the 5 minute, which is actually above the 200 on the 1 minute. So anyway, um, probably a lot of work to be done here. I'll cut it off and hope that helps.